Guys, the food is here. The katogo for cassava and beans is here. It is all ready. People, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today, friends, we are back to the kitchen, and today I'm sharing with you another recipe for one of our traditional dishes. And this particular dish, we are calling it akatogo. Okay, it is prepared using beans. You can use fresh beans, you can as well use dry beans, but for this particular one we are going to use dry beans. Before we start, if you're my returning beautiful subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. If you are my new viewer, please consider subscribing to my channel. Turn on your notification bell for new video updates. Okay guys, let's get into the video and we see how do we prepare this katogo I'm talking about. So to start, we are going to sort the beans because they are mixed up, the rotten ones, the bad ones with the good ones. So let's start. By the way, usually here what we do, we measure a cup of dry beans. It is enough for us, like for a meal. After sorting, we are now washing our beans. This washing should be properly done. By the way, sometimes you buy beans which have been preserved with the chemicals. So you have to wash to ensure that you wash off the chemicals properly. So we are going to cook our beans from our pot. Water has boiled, so we are going to add it to our beans, and here is our cover. So we cover our beans. So now guys, we go ahead and we cook from our 3 stones here. I told you these 3 stones, in my language we call this place Amasiga, and then the Banyankole, or in Western Uganda they call this place Amahiga. So let's cook our beans until the next step I'll show you. We are going to prepare, guys, is for cassava. By the way, what I didn't tell you, katogo can be prepared using different foods, different carbohydrates plus a protein food. So for us now we have the beans plus cassava. So the katogo for today, we are cooking the cassava and beans katogo. In brief, that's what I should say. So here I am where we get our cassava from. So this is how we harvest our cassava, guys. So here we are. This is how. So this is the cassava, guys, we've managed to get. So let's go and see how do we prepare this katogo. Go ahead and we will peel the cassava. This is our cassava. We just got from the garden. It is fresh from the garden, guys. Here we eat fresh food, not preserved. Fresh. So this outer part, we usually remove it just like this. And if you don't want your cassava to be stained, as you are peeling, you put it in water. And that's what I'm doing right now. can as well taste this cassava as we are peeling. So you just and it's good. Guys, I told you about sweet potatoes, that we've got good sweet potatoes, and then also there is also cassava which is good and the one which is not good. So the good one, we say, like the bad one, we just call it the omuwutta, like in my mother language cassava we call it omuwogo. So to mean that this cassava is bad, we just say omuwutta. But this particular one is good. So we are going to have the best with it. Our beans are cooking, and that's where we are right now. So guys, after here we go ahead and we cut this cassava into very small pieces. By the way, it depends on the kind of katogo you want. There are those who cook it with very small pieces of cassava, like these ones, but for me I prefer medium sized pieces, like this, because I want to see that color of the cassava. You know the beans are brown, so if you make them very small you will not see white at all, but for me I prefer seeing both white and brown for both main foods. Yes guys, to speed up the cooking of the beans, or for the beans to cook in a shorter time, what we do, we usually add in magadi, or you can call it rock salt, and here it is. The only worry I have with this rock salt is that when you put it, they boil over, and then it may end up pouring. So let us see. So now I'm putting rock salt. So are you seeing the effect, guys? When you put rock salt, it boils over more. So where you're cooking from is small, so like I put out of water, and then when I put rock salt, this is what's happening right now. So it is boiling over, but it's going to help us to cook the beans very fast. So it is going to cook in a shorter time. So guys, we are done with the peeling. Now we are waiting for our beans, which are still cooking. Once ready, we shall show you what to do next. By the way, these ones we give them to our animals. They are feeds for the animals. We can give them to the pigs. Yeah. Guys, the beans are ready. Here they are, very ready. So we first transfer them in another container. So we go ahead and we wash our cassava once again. We put in the pot. So what we do, we put the beans when we are alternating. The beans shouldn't go down like fast. When it is the case, it burns, like it burns. So you put a layer of cassava down, you put beans. So now we start alternating. So now I put beans. So we are adding some curry powder here, just a little. And here we have some coriander powder. We are also to add in some little turmeric, and here is the salt. So to this we are adding tomatoes, onions, and then some garlic. So these ones, just put them here. And then we top up with our beans. To add some little water, just a little. So this is enough. What is unique about cassava is that it swells. So as you are putting in the food in the pot, you have to bear that in mind, because it can swell and even fill up the whole pot. So for that case, you have to leave space for it to occupy when it is swelling. So we go ahead and we cover and then we cook. The katogo is ready in the pot. So now let's serve. So now we are serving from this plate here. Wow. Ooh. Guys, our katogo is here. It is ready. Here it is. Come with it, guys. It is time for eating. So guys, you can enjoy this with avocado, with kachumbari. This is tomato, onion, and some little salt. So this is the dish. It is so traditional, guys. Mainly cooked by people in Central Uganda, and I think even in Western Uganda. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're my new viewer, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you're my returning subscriber, please keep it up. See you guys in my next video. Love you so much. Bye bye.